Let's talk a little bit now about what this actually looks like for teachers. What do they get out of the experience? Well, first, they get a lot of support from coaches like me. Uh, we assign a team of at least two coaches to every school, and each of those coaches works with a specific group of teachers throughout the series. And we're here to answer questions, help teachers design their cycles, and make sense of their results. And in addition to that individualized coaching, teachers engage in 6 research design workshops. We'll talk about those workshops in greater detail here in a few minutes, but these are essentially collaborative training sessions where teachers learn how to design the quasi-experimental instructional improvement cycles. And perhaps most importantly, they have the opportunity to workshop their ideas with colleagues and with coaches. Teachers also get access to the Strategy Workshop app, and I'll walk you through the app in a couple of minutes. But this is a web-based tool that includes a database of evidence-based instructional strategies, step-by-step guidance on how to design a cycle, and really powerful analytical tools that will generate effect sizes for teachers. And finally, teachers have the opportunity to become part of this movement by joining a professional learning network focused on helping teachers continue their research and feed the field with what they learn about what works in actual classrooms. And if I've neglected to mention this yet, because this is sponsored by the South Carolina Department of Education, it's all free. So it's all free to schools across South Carolina. Okay, so let's talk a little bit more about those research design workshops. So the series is composed of 6 2-hour workshops. Now, there may be some work in between sessions for teachers, but we've designed these to be working sessions where teachers have the opportunity to design and workshop their plans with coaches and colleagues. Look, we've all been teachers. All of the coaches for Teacher as Researcher, we've been teachers, and we know how busy teachers are. So we're not trying to put more on teachers' plates. And so we really try to give teachers time in the workshops to actually develop their plans, to give and receive feedback, and to make sense of their results, to minimize the amount of work necessary in between each of those workshops. And so throughout the workshop series, teachers will also have the chance to actually conduct 2 rounds of these classroom-based experiments with the support of coaches and their colleagues. And an important principle informing our approach to these workshops is the importance of learning by doing. And so as you can see on this, the schedule here on this slide, we try to schedule the first 4 sessions like a week or 2 apart from each other. And then we provide 4 weeks in between sessions 4 and 5 and 5 and 6. And that's the time that teachers will actually implement their instructional improvement cycles. So the first 4 sessions are about learning the approach, planning their first cycle, getting lots of feedback, and then teachers implement that first cycle between workshops 4 and 5, come back together in workshop 5 to analyze and interpret the results, and then teachers design their second cycle. Teachers run that second cycle between workshops 5 and 6, bring them back together, sort of debrief that, help them make sense of their results, and then we talk about how teachers can incorporate what they learned into their practice. Now, we can schedule these sessions like whenever it makes most sense for your calendars and your teachers. We can do them during the school day. We can do them after school, before school, or on a professional development day. So we have a lot of flexibility in scheduling these so that they are least disruptive to your school calendar and other things that you have going on. So I've mentioned this strategy workshop app a couple of times too. So this is one of the tools that teachers will have access to, and it includes a searchable database of evidence-based strategies that teachers, they can use this database to plan their cycles. And the app also walks teachers through each step of the design and implementation process. It also automates things. It automates the data analysis for teachers. It generates an effect size that teachers can use to make some inferences about whether the strategy they tested is having the desired impact on student performance. And finally, it aggregates the results of all of the individual classroom-based experiments being conducted all across the state. And so this allows teachers to learn from other teachers' experience with a particular strategy. We see this as becoming a sort of like a Yelp for instructional improvement. We're also like really excited about this Teacher as Researcher Professional Learning Network. So any teacher who's completed the research design workshops can join. And we think it creates a unique opportunity for teachers to share the results of their research, to identify what works in South Carolina classrooms, and to develop a shared research agenda with other teachers across the state. We're launching the Professional Learning Network this fall. And we think it could become a really powerful community, a community focused on generating and sharing evidence about what works in actual South Carolina classrooms.